welcome to this week's update. Of course, the last weekend was about National Cookie Weekend across the whole network of Mrs. Fields and Cookie Man stores. So we thought while I'm talking today, we'll actually flash up a whole lot of pictures that we received of all the fun and activity that happened over the course of the weekend. Of course, we ran it, especially in Mrs. Fields stores, we ran it for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And some of the Cookie Man stores joined in that as well. So naturally the numbers were up over previous year. If we go back and look at the 2 days, the comparison 2 days, we are slightly down, but I think the whole aim was to attract new customers on the Friday, some of the Friday regulars that aren't out and about over the weekend, and get cookies in their hand, and we certainly achieved that with 21,627 cookies going out over the weekend from the stores that are on Hivemind that we can poll. And of course, with Cookie Man adding to that, I would expect the number to be closer to 25, 26,000, possibly even higher. Before I go through some of the results, just to let you know some of the media that we had, it was well supported, both from the office here and then of course that now picks up in social media. So we ran a number of paid campaigns on Facebook. And in the end, we reached over 40,000 people across the course of the weekend, and I saw a lot of that discussion going on with people tagging people and saying this is the best thing yet, and get out and get some cookies and make some things happen. The PR company sent out boxes of cookies for the week prior to all the media, and we're still waiting to get that full report. But we do know that we got mentions, ongoing mentions over the weekend on things like the She Said site, which has over 200,000 people that look at that. Girl Power did an Instagram. Unfortunately, I still don't know what Instagrams are, but I'm told that that's really good and supports us. We had the North Shore Times here in Sydney tagging on their Facebook page over the weekend. And we actually got some really good support from a number of the shopping centres as well. Quite fun for me to see some Westfield centres like Carousel supporting and putting Facebook tags up and then asking us to take the $1.99 posters down. So I'm not quite sure how that works, but they still got behind us, a number of other centres as well. Another Westfield one, East Gardens, tagged it on their website as well. So that was good, but what to the results? Well, it's quite a few to go through. We had 7 stores now at well over 1,000 cookies for the weekend. Of course, no one managed to knock off Mohammed and the team at Myer, 2,271 cookies over 3 days. So that's a fantastic effort. But also a very big mention to Manu and the team at Water Gardens, 1,593 cookies to be in second place. That is an absolutely massive effort from that store. And also Doncaster, 1,345, Lisa and Nam. So another massive effort. And I know certainly I'm pretty sure at Water Gardens we're running on one oven. One store that is running on one small oven, Spencer Street, 1,185 cookies coming in. Sydney Central, 1,143. So there you go, Alex. I know that's a substantial increase, 26% for you. So welcome to the 1,000 Club. Mount Omni, another great little store, 1,063. And Garden City, first time in, brand new store, first National Cookie Weekend ever, and came in at 1,030 cookies. So that's a fantastic effort. I suppose a little bit of commiserations to a number of stores that were very close. Saladin and the team at Southland, 976 cookies. Herald, Pacific Fair, 961. And Rob and the team at Northland, 951 cookies. And so you guys were so close. I know you set some goals to get over 1,000, and well done for getting there. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the photos. Spencer Street, massive effort in terms of sampling and also dressing up in those blue suits and running around and doing the sampling with it. So, and that certainly paid off with your cookies. I know Macquarie put a lot of effort into presentation, so did Doncaster, so did Water Gardens. Funnily enough, the stores that got behind it were the ones that were actually reflected in the results. So well done, massive effort. I do want to, just on the tag end of National Cookie Weekend, an apology to the team in West Australia. They're all aware we had some stock delivery issues last week, and they didn't have a lot of stock. So therefore really weren't able to make the most of National Cookie Weekend. and we are looking at coming up with some reason to run a West Australian special cookie weekend sometime between now and the end of the calendar year, so that we can have another crack over there to make things happen. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but we'll do our best to make it up to you. Of course, the other big event last week that shouldn't go unmentioned is the budget released by the federal government. Sorry, I know I'm bringing you back to some boring things, but there were some good things in there for our businesses. So, you know, businesses with less than $2 million turnover, and that's everybody out there, you get a tax reduction of 1.5%, starting, I believe, from the next financial year. So that's fantastic. You can immediately expense assets under $20,000, or I should say up to a total of $20,000 for the year. So if you need a new coffee machine or a new oven or a new display cabinet, the next couple of years will be a great time to get out and get those, because you can get them straight off your tax write-off. But I guess the hidden one that hasn't been talked about a lot is the $1.2 billion that go into incentives for employers to take on young people and also old employees. So still to get all the detail on that, but under New Start you'll be able to get a $6,500 a year subsidy if you take on somebody, I think, under 25 years, and up to $10,000 if you take on somebody over 50. So we'll chase down those details. We had a couple of those programs 4 or 5 years ago, and they were very successful, helping you to take on certainly great new employees, and also get some subsidies and funds back from the government at the end of each tax year. So that works out quite well. I am going to attach to this email a circular that I got for a white paper from MYOB that gives you some good information about the federal budget. So we'll attach that, so it's quite easy to read, and I think that makes sense. The other thing to look in there is SuperStream, because you will all need to start paying super payments into SuperStream by the 30th of June of this coming 2016 financial year. So SuperStream is a system put in place now whereby you pay your superannuation payments into one place, being SuperStream, and it then distributes to your employees' accounts. And basically, to be honest, to make sure the tax department can keep on track of super payments. So we'll attach that information. That's the budget. So quite a big video. Last thing to close out on was the making moment for this week goes to Alex and the team at Sydney Central. We got a great email from a customer that had ordered a cookie cake, and they just wanted to tell us how easy you made it for them to place their order and then go and pick up the cookie. So well done. That's another moment made. Talk to you next week.